Had a neighbor of mine, Dale, pull up to my shop 3 years ago with a Minneapolis Moline G705 he'd just bought at an estate auction. Paid $300 for it. Flat tires, seized hydraulics, fuel tank full of something that looked like old chocolate milk. He says, "Sam, I think I made a mistake." I walked around it once and told him no. He made a great decision. What Dale had sitting in his ditch was one of the most underappreciated machines ever built on American soil. Minneapolis Moline. That Prairie Gold paint looked like somebody brushed liquid sunshine on the thing. And they could work. Hard. Minneapolis Moline formed in 1929 as a merger of 3 companies. They built everything from the small R-Series row crop tractors to the big G1000 Vista, a machine that looked like it came straight out of a science fiction movie and pulled like a freight train. The U and Z series are what most folks think of when they hear the name. Tough, reliable, and getting harder to find every year. Now here's where most new owners go wrong. You need 3 separate documents for these tractors: the operator's manual, the service manual, and the parts manual. Not 1, 3. The service manual gives you teardown procedures and the tolerances you need. The parts manual has the exploded diagrams and part numbers. Don't start pulling things apart without them. Common problems you'll find? Hydraulic seals and O-rings are the weak point after 50+ years. On diesel models, fuel delivery issues are typical after long storage. Gummed injectors, clogged lines. Most older MMs ran 6-volt electrical systems, so make sure your test equipment matches. And always check the water pump seal and flush the cooling system before you put heat to that engine. Here's something they don't tell you in the YouTube comments. The MM collectors community is some of the most generous people in the vintage tractor world. Find your model's forum, introduce yourself, and ask. Somebody's already solved whatever problem you're staring at. If you want the full service manual for your Minneapolis Moline, all the specs, torque values, and diagrams, I've got them over at the manual store. Links right below. Thumbs up if this helped, and I'll see you in the next one.